NBA Journey, dominating the court as Interior Overlord. Episode 41, Zhang Tao pulled the frame vigorously and roared. He vented his dissatisfaction with the previous game. Seeing the scene, many fans in the Target Center arena covered their mouths. The Chinese fans who came to support Zhang Tao jumped up. This guy is the beast of Sacramento. Zhang Tao's ability to attract fans is quite good, and lo and behold, we also have a lot of people wearing the number 66 shirt here. The local Timberwolves commentator said. Zhang Tao was very depressed in the first quarter. It seems that he needs to vent. I don't know if tanks can withstand it. Another commentator said. Zhang Tao, who has played 4 games, is undoubtedly the popular fried chicken of the NBA now, ranking first in points per game, first in rebounds per game, and first in blocks per game. Especially the classic battle of playing the 3 interior lines of the Raptors has greatly increased Zhang Tao's fame. In Minnesota, Zhang Tao is the focus of the Timberwolves. On the field, Downs was picked up by Wiggins and Tigra, and then walked out to look at Zhang Tao's back. After confronting Zhang Tao, Tang's chest hurt a little. Zhang Tao held the ball and stood on the free throw line to send the ball in. 35-50. Timberwolves offense. Zhang Tao constantly directs the Kings' outside players to strengthen the outside defense. These small people are obviously much stronger in playing brains than those stupid lack of interior linemen, even if their height is not dominant, but they also become big colanders. The Timberwolves' chance is here with Teague. The Kings' defense was focused on punishing, and Teague came in from between Bogdan and Fox. After the first quarter of the offense went smoothly, Teague obviously did not take Zhang Tao's defense seriously, and he directly wanted to use European steps to shake Zhang Tao for a layup. As a result, at the moment when Teague completed the European step layup, Zhang Tao directly pressed the ball he was holding with one hand directly to the rebound, and then Zhang Tao grabbed it with one hand, and then hugged it down. It looks like a cap, but it doesn't have the domineering of a cap. Zhang Tao just casually exerted his strength, but Teague's whole person also flew out. Thibodeau yelled at Teague on the sidelines, telling him not to challenge Zhang Tao. This guy is disobedient. Haha, such a cap is too strange. Teague wanted to make a layup, but was robbed by Zhang Tao. Good ball, beautiful defense. No wonder Thibodeau is angry. Teague is a little willful. Eat up. The Timberwolves players saw Teague covered and immediately returned to the defense at high speed. Their speed was fast, and the Kings had no chance to attack quickly. After Zhang Tao gave the ball to Fox, he immediately rushed to the front court of the Timberwolves with a big stride. Inside are Downs and Gibson. Come in. Before he reached the three-point line, Zhang Tao shouted for the ball. This opportunity was not good, but Fox hesitated, and still chose to send it directly to Zhang Tao's forward route. Oh, Downs and Gibson chose to pinch Zhang Tao. Zhang Tao received the ball. Is this guy crazy? The two of them still want to fight hard? After receiving the pass, Zhang Tao dribbled the ball and took off directly at the free throw line, and he had to dunk the between Downs and Gibson. Seeing this scene, the fans at the scene were a little scared. Zhang Tao's bounce speed and jump height were terrifying, and when Downs and Gibson reacted, they jumped up and were already some distance behind Zhang Tao. Raising fire to the sky, grabbing the ball with one hand, Zhang Tao smashed his arm towards the basket. Gibson and Downs' arms hit Zhang Tao's ball carrier, but this did not affect Zhang Tao's dunk. Bombing. 37-50, beep. Zhang Tao completed a powerful split between the two. The referee blew another foul, this time to Downs. Good ball. Nice job. Bogdan and Fox both came over and surrounded Zhang Tao, who had just landed, and this big man was enough to make them excited. Such a dunk is so powerful. Gibson is a well-known iron-blooded man, and Downs is also an all-star level interior lineman. Zhang Tao just ignored them, flew up and dunked, and then caused Downs to foul. Zhang Tao dunked Downs and Gibson, and these two big men couldn't do anything about Zhang Tao's dunk. In the brutal scene, Zhang Tao suppressed the inside line of the Timberwolves with his talent. This is the talent visible to the naked eye, O'Neal, in the small ball era. The stretch of the body and the height of the lift, this ball can get a high score even if it is placed on the dunk contest. This dunk reminds us of the death dunk he completed on the court before. Zhang Tao will be a top dunk player. The narrator kept shouting excitedly. This ball is visually separated by 2 inside lines. Episode 42. On the field, Downs and Gibson's faces were very ugly, which was a very shameful thing for them. This is also the first time they have experienced this kind of barrier, and the ball just now looks at Zhang Tao without a chance, but Zhang Tao eats them hard with his talent. It's a bit desperate. Box. Zhang Tao, who stood at the free throw line, missed the free throw, but the free throw bounced on the front frame, and Zhang Tao grabbed the front court rebound. Without any hesitation, Zhang Tao once again took the ball to the basket after getting the rebound in the front court. Gibson was on the other side, and Downs was still a little confused. When Downs reacted, Zhang Tao took off again, and Downs wanted to pull Zhang Tao down, but Zhang Tao switched the ball to his left hand in the air, and grabbed the ball with his left hand to lick the basket. Put it in. 39-50, beep. The referee once again blew on Down's foul, and Zhang Tao added 2-1 for the second time in a round. Zhang Tao also lost his balance and fell after landing. Falls are sometimes to protect themselves. At this time, Downs held his head in his hands in disbelief. The fans at the scene also gasped. Zhang Tao in the first section is an illusion? His teammates are too pitted, he was normal in the second quarter. Thibodeau had to replace the three-time Downs with a meat shield, Cole Aldridge. Oh, Towns fouled Zhang Tao in less than 10 seconds, he hit again, and Coach Thibodeau had to replace him, otherwise the Toronto Raptors thing would repeat itself here. It's time for Towns to control the number of fouls he commits, or he will be sent off sooner or later. Hey, Zhang Tao scored this time, the score was 40-50, Zhang Tao scored 8 points in a row, chasing the difference between the two teams to only 10 points. The commentators are constantly explaining the live game to the fans, which is usually difficult to see. Zhang Tao returned to the defense and gave his teammates a high five. Randolph under the court signaled Rabazier and others to take a good look at how Zhang Tao played inside. Compared to Zhang Tao's performance in the second quarter, Rabazier and others were the team's nightmare in the first quarter. Zhang Tao uses his talent to the extreme, he knows what kind of attack he can complete, and he knows that the opponent can't defend himself. The game continues. Timberwolves offense. Seeing the team's morale depressed, team boss Jimmy Butler stepped up to hold the ball. He signaled Gibson to come up and take cover. Gibson brought Zhang Tao to Butler. Gibson played Zhang Tao, and he hoped to show through his singles that Zhang Tao is not so feared. Butler's talent is not high, but he is diligent enough and his basic skills are very solid. After continuous crotch dribbling, faced Zhang Tao in the horn position to take a retreat mid-distance. Zhang Tao judged Butler's rhythm correctly, his long arms waved, and his fingertips touched the basketball. Butler was speechless, he didn't expect Zhang Tao's defensive awareness and physical talent to cover the ball. Thibodeau in the audience was almost stupid. It's not once or twice that Timberwolves players don't listen to command, Teague just did, and now Butler is the same. Qianding told Juan not to challenge Zhang Tao, but he just disobeyed. Don't these people watch Zhang Tao's playing video? To fight like this is just to find a cover. Fact. Pause after half of the next round. Thibodeau yelled at Teague. The rebound after Zhang Tao's block was picked up by Bogdan. Bogdan himself dribbled the ball through halftime. This time, Zhang Tao is still in the inside card slot. Bogdan passed to Hilda, and Hilda gave Hilda. Finally, the ball was suspended by Hill to Zhang Tao, who was stuck in position on the right side of the low position. Zhang Tao's back is Cola Del Ridge, this Aldridge is not the Spurs aider, or a blue-collar meat shield. Gibson came over to grab, but Zhang Tao immediately dribbled and turned directly past Aldridge, pressing Gibson and Aldridge behind him. Boom. 42-50, Zhang Tao's hand suddenly clasped with force. This time, Zhang Tao pulled the basket hard. Zhang Tao stepped up. All of a sudden, the basketball hoop is a little bit tilted. Creak. Zhang Tao immediately let go, and then dodged to the side, but at this moment, the tilt of the rebound was unstoppable. Jump. Boom. The basketball hoop shook and didn't fall, but the rebound shattered and fell. If it weren't for the camera and the spectators on the sidelines, they would have dodged away. This will all hurt someone. Episode 43, Fact. This guy is perverted. Broken rebounds? Seeing the scene on the field, the fans of the entire Target Center were stunned. They all wonder what their eyes see. After O'Neal smashed the rebound, after the basketball hoop improved, it has not happened for a long time. Thibodeau's eyes were straight, well, no need to shout a pause, save one. The referee took the initiative to suspend the match. The fans on the internet were just as shocked as the fans on the scene. The commentator of Penguin Live, Kefin and Yang Yi, were also speechless. Well, Zhang Tao dunked the rebound, and the rebound fell down and broke? Or did Zhang Tao smash the rebound? It should be that the rebound has been snapped, and finally fell down before it was all broken. It's been a long time since this happened, and the last one to smash a rebound was O'Neal. Terrifying inner beast. I didn't believe Zhang Tao could end the small ball era before, but now I believe it. The two commentaries, which have been explained for so long, are also the first time to see such a picture live broadcast. The barrage was completely 66-66 up, and the screen was full of Zhang Tao's awesome messages. Many fans stood up to watch the broken rebound. The staff is quickly entering the venue to clean up the aftermath for Zhang Tao. The referee is also contacting the head of the arena at the Timberwolves' home court to see if there are any rebounds to spare. Fans are worried about the game and don't know how long the timeout will take. Will the game be interrupted? Fact, Zhang Tao. Is this a human thing? Genema beast. Tangxi looked at Zhang Tao under the field, and there was a feeling that sweat was scared to flow down, and he was a little afraid of Zhang Tao. Zhang Tao's behavior may cause another upgrade of the stadium facilities, lest the basketball hoop be destroyed by violent elements on the court again. Fortunately, the people under the basketball hoop hid quickly, otherwise they would be miserable. Such a visual impact made the Timberwolves' home commentator very impressed. Of course, Zhang Tao himself was a little surprised. He thinks the rebounding itself must be a bit of a problem. The Kings' teammates were very excited and shouted around Zhang Tao. This is the first time they have seen Zhang Tao pull the basket so fiercely, and witnessed such a big man smashing the rebound. I didn't mean it, you need to tell the league that the basketball hoop is going to be strengthened. Zhang Tao said speechlessly to a referee next to him. The referee gave Zhang Tao a T without hesitation. Zhang Tao spread his hands, he knew that the referee was a warning to him. Zhang Tao added a lot of difficulty and burden to the referee, and the referee understood that his words were probably provoking. Zhang Tao didn't defend anything, just now his behavior of pulling the basket was enough to eat a technical foul, and the referee just followed Zhang Tao's words and gave him a T. The referee is not good at smashing the rebound and blowing a technical foul on Zhang Tao, but for Zhang Tao, this can blow. After Zhang Tao smashed the rebound, he also suffered the first technical foul of his career, and this memory is probably impressive. Thibodeau held a tactical board and constantly stressed to everyone not to go head-to-head with Zhang Tao. This time, it was finally all the Timberwolves players who nodded frequently. Who dares to challenge a beast like Zhang Tao? This guy is similar to the Peak O'Neal. This guy is so ruthless. Jimmy Butler said. Yes, it's the first time I've seen such a ruthless rookie. Gibson swallowed. Let's get out of the way. The Timberwolves players also discussed ways to deal with Zhang Tao after the coach arranged the arrangement, and agreed to avoid the fight. Zhang Tao's weight plus such bouncing and strength is already an inside hegemon. After about 30 minutes, the basketball hoop was changed. The staff carrying the basketball hoop were almost exhausted. The game on the field also continued. Technical foul serve, Teague to free throw, hit steadily. 42-51. After returning to the court, the Timberwolves players couldn't help but be a little afraid after seeing Zhang Tao still on the court. Wiggins thought, Zhang Tao, this guy is really a monster. The second quarter of the game was played with various twists and turns. After the Timberwolves player was smashed by Zhang Tao on the rebound, it was obvious that Zhang Tao's offense could not be limited. Zhang Tao can easily complete the dunk on the inside, and then contribute a variety of interference on the defensive end. The Timberwolves player's three-point field began to decline, and the King used Zhang Tao's dominance to overtake the score for a while. However, during the break at the end of the quarter, Butler led the Timberwolves' second team to chase the score back. At halftime, the score was 63-64. The Timberwolves returned to the locker room with just 1 point advantage at home, and they lost by 17 points throughout the second quarter. Zhang Tao frantically cut 27 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 blocks in the first half, and he once again single-handedly changed the situation of the two teams. Episode 44. In the second half of the game, the Kings still maintained a lineup of 1 big and 4 small, and only Zhang Tao was placed on the inside. The slump of the starters in the second quarter did not kill the diehard Thibodeau. The Timberwolves are still all starters, and Towns is back on board. Timberwolves offense. Teague pushed with the ball, the Kings defended from the outside, and the Timberwolves had no chance. Towns is constantly stuck in position, looking for a receiving point. The Kings are a big man inside, and the Timberwolves have an advantage in numbers. Teague sent the ball in, and after receiving the ball, he found that Zhang Tao was defending himself, and Downs chose to split the ball to Butler, who cut in inside. Butler catches the ball and wants to dunk backhand. But at this moment, Zhang Tao, who was beside Downs, suddenly burst out his super-fast elastic speed and arm span, stretched out his long arm to press Butler's dunk down. The ball fell, Gibson picked it up. Gibson received the ball and wanted to dunk. Zhang Tao immediately jumped on the spot and pressed the ball that Gibson held the ball with both hands again. Gibson gritted his teeth and finally failed to withstand Zhang Tao's cap, and his whole person was pressed to the ground by Zhang Tao and lost his balance and directly took the ball out of bounds. Click. Vaguely, the reporter once again captured the moment of the deformation of the basketball. Gibson with the ball in both hands is very powerful, but Zhang Tao's right hand is more powerful. In the air confrontation, the ball in Gibson's hand is deformed. Scary monsters. 2 blocks in quick succession silenced the fans at the center of the target. Zhang Tao's inner line of the King became a no-fly zone. Whether it was Wiggins, Gibson, and Downs, the three combined to break through the inner line defended by Zhang Tao. The referee gave the ball directly to the King. The King's ball. Oh, this kind of defense is too strong, jumping in a row to block the dunks of 2 people, and then using the ball to push an inside lineman to the sidelines. This league is probably only Zhang Tao can treat them like this. Smith said. Perverted power. I'd love to see where Zhang Tao's strength limit is. Gibson was also so miserable that he was pushed off the field, but the referee couldn't blow a foul. Yes, at most, it's just a scrum, but it's a pity that the referee didn't blow it. Give Zhang Tao a nickname, Beast. Not good, Beast, Tiger. The Emperor is still about the same, he is himself, the King's team. Fans on the internet unconsciously began to discuss Zhang Tao's nickname. Apparently the continuous closure just now made Zhang Tao's momentum more powerful, and they were also cheering Zhang Tao's strength. And Gibson on the field did not complain to the referee. Zhang Tao's ball was clearly pressed, there was no hitter, it was the power competition that killed him. Gibson is a tough guy who doesn't bother to go to the referee and shout for a foul. The King attacks. Zhang Tao hung a high cover for Hill. Hill took a sudden step and split the ball to Zhang Tao, who was ejecting it. Downs and Gibson, who thought that Zhang Tao would attack the inside again, failed to follow for a while, and Zhang Tao successfully completed the reverse running outside pull. At the same time, Zhang Tao received a pass from Hill at a 45-degree angle on the right and landed outside the three-point line. Without the slightest hesitation, without giving Downs a chance to pounce, Zhang Tao used this space to complete the launch of the anti-aircraft battery. Downs could only watch as the basketball streaked over his head. The high arc may not be very pretty, but it is very practical. Box. Ugh. The basketball falls on the back edge of the basket. At 66-64, trailing by as many as 18 points, the Kings once again turned the score back. The fans of the Target Center were a little confused. Isn't Zhang Tao big? How can you shoot 3 points like Downs? How to prevent this? Inside and out. This guy's arc looks so accurate. Hey, there's trouble. This is Zhang Tao's first three-point attempt in this game, and it is also the first shot, and Zhang Tao himself clenched his fist excitedly after the hit. Timberwolves offense. Teague blocked Wiggins this time, and after blocking and dismantling, it was divided among Wiggins. Brother Goji played very healthy today, and after he received the ball, he didn't think about rushing inside at all, but faced Hill's defense to make a high emergency stop mid-range. Box. Brother Goji's hand felt a little cold, and the defensive rebound was hugged by Zhang Tao in the air. Zhang Tao rebounded one more. Episode 45, Zhang Tao gave the ball Fox. As he pushed fast, the Timberwolves players also quickly retreated. Fox changed direction and broke through to meet the clip and distribute the ball to Hill in the bottom left corner. Seeing Wiggins pounce, Hill immediately split the Bogdan at the top of the arc. Butler saves Bogdan again, and Bogdan gives the ball to Zhang Tao at 30 degrees on the right. Playing with small men with passing awareness, Zhang Tao said that he was very comfortable, and they would immediately split the ball after they attracted the defense. The Timberwolves' defense has not reached the point of being airtight, and Zhang Tao's side is empty again. Zhang Tao catches the ball and fires again from a distance. The same high arc. Also smashed in the back frame into the basket. Medium. 69-64. Zhang Taobi kept stepping back with this three-point gesture and celebrating with a few defenders. Thibodeau quickly roared towards the court, "Don't let him shoot 3 points." The team allowed Zhang Tao to continuously find open opportunities on the outside, which hurt defensive confidence too much. The Timberwolves continue to attack. This time Teague didn't pass the ball, he used Downs to block and burst in. This time he grabbed Zhang Tao's position in front of him, constantly speeding up to complete the layup before Zhang Tao chased the cap. But Zhang Tao's pursuit and defense all the way obviously did not make Teague wish. Snap. When Teague made a layup and the basketball was about to hit the rebound, Zhang Tao pressed the ball to the rebound again. On the rebound, take the ball down and protect the rebound. Such caps and protective plates have become Zhang Tao's signature actions. Everyone else's nailboard hat is to cover the basketball to the rebound, will bounce out, and finally the rebound falls into the hands depends on luck. Zhang Tao's hat chasing nailboard is different, he can easily cover the basketball with one hand, and then control it steadily. So basically his nailboard is directly complete all defense, and the opponent basically has no chance to attack twice. Zhang Tao gave the rebound to Bogdan again and trotted all the way over. The increase in the intensity of the Kings' outside defense made Zhang Tao feel very comfortable, and they all successfully forced the opposite side to attack the inside, which was half the success. The Kings' defensive talent on the outside is actually not bad. Fox, Hill, Bogdan, Hield and others are all defensive at a medium level or above, especially Hill is more worthy of being a defensive knife on the outside. It's easy to work together this way. This time, it was Zhang Tao who gave cover to Hill, who broke through with the cover dribbling and met Wiggins to assist the defense and distribute the ball to Bogdan on the right. Bogdan's absolute speed is not fast, but the pace is very good, and small European people basically break through in a serpentine shape. Bogdan broke out again and met Butler to assist in defense. Bogdan then points Hield on the line, Hield clicks outside the three-point line, shakes Gibson, and then bursts again. Divide again. Zhang Tao catches the ball at the top of the arc. The Kings' attack was dazzling. This time the Timberwolves' defense is also very desperate, and Downs rushed towards Zhang Tao. Zhang Tao will fly tangs a little outside the three-point line. After the Kings' multiple breaks, there was a vacuum in the Timberwolves' inside line at this time, and Zhang Tao immediately dribbled the ball and took 3 steps to get in. Glide snap. 71-64. Zhang Tao alone contributed 8-0 to directly stop the Timberwolves. Fans at the Target Center watched the Kings team celebrate. The King has already played with absolute momentum. The home team panicked. The Timberwolves have always had the nickname Wolf 3, and their games usually collapse in the third quarter, which is why even though there are many superstars, the Timberwolves have always been considered not a strong team, and they are not resilient enough for the game. After the pause, the Timberwolves continued to display the Wolf 3 collapse attribute, and even Zhang Tao felt that they were very fascinated. The psychology of Downs, Wiggins, Teague and others on the field seems to have changed subtly. They meant to be really broken by the King. As the master of the Timberwolves, Teague took the lead in launching the wave of Wolves 3 crashes. Pause back the first round. 24 seconds of offensive time, Teague has the ball in hand, he dribbles from the left to the right, and then moves from the right side to the top of the arc, and I don't know what he is doing. The Kings' defense outside does not give a chance, and there is Zhang Tao guarding the inside, he seems to not know what to do. Soon 23 seconds passed, and at the last second, Teague felt that someone needed to take the pot, so he passed to the health Mamba Wiggins. Wiggins saw the ball coming, naturally did not hesitate, he faced Hill's defense, completed the catch shot within 1 second, the position of the shot was more than 1 meter away from the three-point line, and the ball naturally did not score. Next round. Downs received the ball and hit Zhang Tao, holding the ball continuously left and right. Zhang Tao was not moved, raised his long arm is ignored, Downs can't move or move, he is a little embarrassed, just when Downs is ready to pass. The referee couldn't see it, and he walked so many steps when he was blind. Whistle walk +1. Tang's walking proved that he was completely weak in heart for Zhang Tao, and he was afraid of Zhang Tao. Episode 46. Zhang Tao could feel that Downs was nervous when facing him. Smash the rebound. Continuous capping. Zhang Tao did give Downs a very big psychological shadow. Then in the next round, Downs held the ball to face Zhang Tao, left, right halfway through, the referee's whistle sounded, your axis foot changed again this time. Step +2. Downs was on the verge of crying. He really didn't want to hit Zhang Tao, but his teammates brought the ball in again. Didn't the coach let you shoot outside? Seeing Downs walking at such a low level, Zhang Tao himself wanted to laugh. He didn't even defend, this goods is a mistake? The psychological quality is too poor. Your own deterrent power to this point? Seeing Downs make 2 mistakes in a row, Teague didn't just watch. Next round. Facing Hill's defense, Teague shook the ball, the soles of his feet were floating, he dribbled the ball, and the referee's whistle sounded again. Walking. The referee blew the walk to make the scene boo, but the referee insisted that it was a walk, and Teague was a little arrogant in front of him, and the referee really couldn't help it. Step +3. Then Wiggins did the same. Wiggins also made a move to shake left and right, and the referee stood behind him and sounded the whistle again. The referee is actually galloping in his heart. Even if the outer line is blocked and the inside cannot be entered, can you not walk so arrogantly in front of me? Step +4. Under the various strange mistakes of the Wolf 3 collapses, the Kings played a score of 48-20 in a single quarter. At the end of the third quarter, the score became 109-84. Won the Timberwolves by 28 points in a single quarter. Zhang Tao felt that the Timberwolves collapsed in the third quarter inexplicably, and Butler, the core of the self-proclaimed boss, smashed the towel angrily and refused to play. Obviously, Downs and Wiggins were psychologically broken by Zhang Tao. These two kids have never had a major setback. This is just a microcosm of the third quarter of their entire season. Barkley said. The two champions have been beaten by Zhang Tao to the point of psychological collapse. The fourth quarter of the game was also reduced to garbage time. However, the broadcast footage can be very busy, and the camera is constantly shooting the Timberwolves' home fans and the bench of the two teams. The fans of the Target Center have left the stadium early, and they can no longer watch such a game. On the bench of the Timberwolves, Coach Thibodeau is constantly scolding the players on the team. Wiggins, Downs, Teague and others were expressionless, and Butler was not angry after throwing the towel angrily, constantly laughing with his teammates around him, as if this ball was no longer his business. Coach Thibodeau was in a bad mood. His tactics are actually very good, players have to avoid Zhang Tao and try to attack in a direction far away from him. But the tactical execution was seriously not in place. Downs was with Zhang Tao every time, and then the King wantonly put the outside line. The Timberwolves had no chance outside, and they were afraid of Zhang Tao inside, and there was a series of mistakes for non-tactical reasons, and the game was made like this. Click. The camera gave Downs, who was scolded by Thibodeau with a dull expression, and everyone could see that he seemed a little unconfident, and met Jean Tao, who had the potential to become the first center in the league. On the Kings' side, the little men were all joking madly around Jean Tao, and the big men also came up from time to time to try to talk to Jean Tao. Jean Tao once again made everyone happy to win. Jean Tao is a magical player, he can lead the team step by step to become a strong team. Because of his presence, the Kings have transformed into a completely different team temperament than at the beginning of the season. There were no surprises in the game, and the final score was fixed at 131-110, and the Timberwolves completed a shocking reversal from leading by 18 points to losing by 20 points. Jean Tao scored 36 points, 16 rebounds, and 11 blocks in the third quarter, which was also the first triple-double of Jean Tao's career. At the end of the game, the Sacramento Kings finally won against the Timberwolves by 21 points on the road. No one could have imagined that the Timberwolves, who led by as many as 18 points in the second quarter, would completely collapse in the third quarter. Their main players seemed to be helpless in the face of the Kings' crazy outside defense and Jean Tao's inside defense, and the tactics cannot be executed, and it is logical to lose. Kings rookie Jean Tao once again showed his beast nature in this game, playing 32 minutes, cutting a luxurious triple-double of 36 plus 16 plus 11. 11 blocks also set a record for blocks in the NBA in the past 10 years, and the rookie identity also allowed Jean Tao to create the record for the highest rookie block since the NBA's new time. The local commentator of the Timberwolves couldn't help but cheer for Jean Tao, such a personal performance was too showy. Episode 47, domestic fans frantically brushed posts to congratulate Jean Tao on his 5-game winning streak. Jean Tao's ass is too powerful, and Tang Si is afraid. The familiar third section, the familiar Wolf 3 collapses, the psychological quality of the champion brothers is too poor. Jean Tao can top 2 people with one butt. I know that Jean Tao Shui level high. Smash rebounds, block continuously, split dunks between 2 people, I have soft legs against Jean Tao. Invincible inside Big Mac. Congratulations to the King Sheedy Peak O'Neal. It really scares me when I smash the rebound. Post-match press conference. There are so many points that can be explored in depth in this game. Jean Tao smashed the rebound, Downs was psychologically beaten by Jean Tao, and then brought out the Timberwolves' collective collapse. Downs said after the game, I played a very bad game, I had to take the main responsibility for this ball, I played a little soft against Jean Tao, and to be honest, he did scare me a little bit by smashing the rebound. Thibodeau was still angry, we play like, our gap is not as big as it appears on the field, but our players are afraid, they dare not go inside, I don't understand what they are worried about. Jean does have dominance on the inside, but he is not all-powerful, should not be afraid of him. Teague next to him looked at the coach who fired at Thibodeau, and almost said, you can do it. Theory and actual combat cannot be compared, this game Teague alone was blocked by Jean Tao 4 times, he was covered stupidly. Is it so easy to hide from Jean Tao? Say hide, hide? Jimmy Butler expressed his dissatisfaction with the attitude of the 2 top picks in the interview, and he did not see the determination of the 2 to face difficulties, which made him sad. In an interview, Butler said, was I too Downs? Yes, I am such a person, I am not the most talented person on the team, who is? Downs, who is most liked by God? It's Wiggins. Who works the hardest? It's me, I play very hard, I put myself on the court every day, this is me, I want to win every game, not because I am afraid that I will not be able to play. Butler is the best player of the Timberwolves, but also the worst to be pitted, 24 points, 4 assists and 7 rebounds in the third quarter, and his score is Wiggins and Towns combined. Can't bring it. Unlike the Timberwolves split interview, the attitude is the Kings team interview. Jorge teased Jean Tao for smashing the rebound, next time I must tell him not to smash the rebound at home, otherwise he will be fined, haha. The younger brother Fox continued to express his admiration for Jean Tao. Really, when I was a child, I would go to the internet to search for videos of Shaq smashing rebounds. After entering the NBA, I thought that someone could do it, and today the boss really did it in front of me. I like watching him play so much. Similar to Fox are small people such as Hill and Bogdan, who are increasingly dependent on Jean Tao. Jean Tao is on the field, they will not angrily scold the big man for being brainless. They just have to do their own thing. The media quickly drew up various news headlines after the game and spread them online. Boom. League Big Macs destroy rebounds. Jean Tao smashed the rebound and led the team to take the Timberwolves, lead the team to 5 consecutive wins. The new king is in place. The youngest triple-double player, the number of blocks has reached a new all-time high, 36 plus 16 plus 11 in the third quarter. The inside Big Mac told the small ball league that his era is coming. After playing the Timberwolves game, Jean Tao did not stay, but immediately took the team's special plane to the next away game. This time they are going abroad. The Kings are going to Toronto to challenge the Raptors. The Raptors now have a 19-8 record, and they quickly rebounded to win after losing to the Kings on the road. It is currently in the stage of winning 3 in a row. In this game, the Raptors are full of ambition and ready to give the Kings a hard time at home. The last time the two teams met, the Raptors lost 2 depressingly. The match in Sacramento was also Jean Tao's game of sealing the gods, and the 3 interior lines of the Raptors were all killed by him. Ibaka, Varane and Boltel have all become stepping stones to Jean Tao's fame. No matter how good the trio was in the next few games, Jean Tao seemed to be a lingering topic shadow for them, and fans always liked to tease them. As soon as he arrived in Toronto this time, the local media also began to hype the related topics of Jean Tao and the 3 major inside lines of the Raptors. Can Coach Casey devise tactics to restrain Jean Tao? How do the Raptors solve the inside problem? How embarrassing will Ibaka and Valanciunas be this time? The inside Big Mac is hitting Toronto. What is the Raptors going to do? There are not too many surprises, because Jean Tao's continuous popularity, the last 3 quarters and 3 doubles have also left a deep impression on the Raptors fans, and now they do not think that the Raptors can successfully revenge the inside, and the media expect not to be beaten so badly by Jean Tao. Downs' sluggish look is really a little scary. And Raptors fans want their big men to get a game back at home. Episode 48, December 17th. Air Canada Centre Arena. Fans entered one after another, because Jean Tao's gradual popularity, coupled with the feud between the two teams last time, there were many fans who came to watch the game in this game, and they all wanted to see if Jean Tao was as fierce as the media blowed. Toronto is a little cold in winter, even if there is heating in the venue, but Jean Tao can still feel that there is some coolness on the field, and he keeps warming up his body by snapping when he is warming up. Flat frame buckle. Turn 360-degree split. Glide snap. Jean Tao completed a variety of easy dunks again and again. These dunks Jean Tao felt very relaxed, but the audience felt that it was very difficult to watch. They found it enjoyable. Today, fans came to the scene to see the display of Jean Tao's talent. Very strong. Oh. Good ball. Jean Tao, another one. This is to shout Jean Tao with Chinese. There are many Chinese in Toronto, knowing that Jean Tao is coming to play away, and the Chinese fans here have contracted an area to cheer for Jean Tao. Jean Tao made them feel proud. In just 5 games with the NBA, Jean Tao led the team to 5 consecutive wins, and these 5 victories are full of gold, from the Cavaliers and Raptors who are aspiring to the championship, as well as the playoff-level Timberwolves and Pelicans. Jean Tao's internal explosion in every game, many experts and fans even exclaimed that the small ball era is over. On the other side, Valanciunas and Ibaka both sat on the bench and watched Jean Tao. The last time the two teams met, Jean Tao gave them a humiliating game. Both gritted their teeth to complete revenge tonight. For this reason, they studied each game of Jean Tao. Make sure he looks good tonight. Well, let him know that the NBA is not so easy to play. Ibaka and Varane were unconvinced by some of the media reports. Destroy the ball era? Just by Jean Tao? So what are they? Are they scum? The two who have experienced many big scenes will not admit it because of a loss. On Coach Casey's side, in order not to appear in the last meeting between the two teams, Norkala, a 2.13 center was put into the squad. The quality of the internal line is not enough, the quantity to make up. There are 4 inside linemen tonight, and Coach Casey feels that it should be enough to deal with Jean Tao. Soon, the game was ready to begin. King starters: Fox, Hill, Bogdan, Randolph, Jean Tao. The veteran Randolph is much more reliable than other young insiders, and the small lineup style of play is not the Kings' regular play, and Coach Jorge still follows the normal routine to deal with the Raptors. The Raptors are the giants of the East, and their home court is very difficult to play. Raptors starters: Lowry, DeRozan, Siakam, Ibaka, Valanciunas. Siakam, who has performed well recently, was taken to the starting position by Coach Casey, who is also 2.06 meters tall, and Coach Casey is counting on Siakam to provide some help in limiting Jean Tao. Jump ball. Jean Tao easily won Varane again and dialed the ball to Bogdan, which was Jean Tao's 6-game jump ball winning streak after entering the NBA. As soon as Bogdan passed half, he immediately sent a high pass and threw the ball directly to Jean Tao, who was fighting Varane and Ibaka on the inside. The fans at the scene were surprised by Bogdan's boldness. Didn't they see that Jean Tao was not stuck in place? He just has a bit of a positional advantage. But after so many games, Bogdan and Jean Tao have a tacit understanding, and the core defenders of the Serbian national team obviously know that Jean Tao can catch such a pass. Indeed, in the middle of the 3-second zone and the free throw line, Jean Tao bounced to the ground, beat Ibaka and Varane to jump high and successfully catch the ball with one hand. In terms of receiving ability, Jean Tao is also the top type of player, which is not visible in the data. The ability to catch the ball can help Jean Tao successfully receive a variety of passes in high-speed travel and high confrontation, as long as Jean Tao has a slight positional advantage, the opponent will not be able to intercept such a high pass in front of him. Jean Tao received the ball and landed, smashed the ball with both hands, then turned around and forcibly leaned against Ibaka, turned to the left where Varane was not there and took off, grabbed the ball with one hand, and bombed heavily. Beep. The referee pointed to Ibaka and signaled that Ibaka had pushed someone. 2 points are valid, deduction plus penalty. 2-0. Seeing this scene, Toronto fans decisively exclaimed, and many Raptors fans swallowed their saliva unconsciously. They seemed to understand a little why the last time the two teams played, Ibaka and Varane were beaten to 6 by Jean Tao. This beast is so ferocious. Episode 49, did Ibaka have a foul on this ball? There is definitely something to watch in slow motion, and after being turned around and wiped, Ibaka pushed Jean Tao behind him. Push is pushed, but to the surprise of Raptors fans, Ibaka's push did not make Jean Tao lose his balance. Jean Tao still completed the dunk, and he didn't seem to know that Ibaka pushed people. Haha, a very typical tough attack play. This is Jean Tao's characteristics and ability. As long as he successfully catches the ball on the inside, the opponent cannot stop him. This situation has occurred countless times. Yes, Jean Tao's inside attack ability is the top in the league, and it has been a long time since such an excellent big man appeared. Ibaka has worked very this goal, but he can't prevent it. Of course, Bogdan and Jean Tao's cooperation is getting better and better. This Serbian knows Jean Tao's power very well, so the game will seem simple. Barkley and Smith kept commenting on the situation. Looking at Jean Tao, who sent the ball in, Coach Casey on the sidelines frowned. After playing 5 games, Jean Tao has become a nightmare for coaches across the league. Almost all managers are working on a problem. How to limit Jean Tao on the inside. Kathy is the same, just not much good way. Are you going to repeat the same mistake tonight? Hope not. The free throw was scored, and the score became 3-0, the offensive of the Raptors. On the field, Jean Tao constantly stepped back and gave Bogdan high fives. Lowry pushed forward quickly with the ball without much pause, and he rushed in with the help of Ibaka's block. Then tried to throw one in the middle of the free throw line and the 3-second zone. After a few games without playing against Jean Tao, he somewhat forgot Jean Tao's horror, and this time he threw Lowry and felt that his rhythm was great. Other centers may not be able to block his high throw, but Jean Tao can. At the highest point of Lowry's throw, Jean Tao slapped a palm, and the basketball flew out of the court at a very fast speed, directly into the technical table. The official of the technical desk dodged without hurry. Bang! The basketball made an intimate contact with his face, glasses, microphones, scattered on the spot. Beep. The referee suspended the game again. Jean Tao looked at the referee with an apologetic expression, and he spread his hands innocently, indicating that he didn't mean it. The fans at the scene gasped, such a volleyball-style block is really brutal. Lowry started sweating in the first round. The game was paused for about 1 minute before restarting again. This time it was DeRozan who came out to catch the ball, and he suddenly stepped into the free throw line on the right side and saw Jean Tao immediately split the ball into the bottom corner. Siakam, bottom corner, 3-point shot. Siakam is shooting just 22% from 3-point range this season, and his 3-point shooting isn't very reliable. Box. The basketball smashed on the rebound, and Jean Tao forced Valanciunas to protect the backcourt rebound. Jean Tao gave the ball to Fox. Fox brought the ball over. With Jean Tao's blocking, after blocking, Jean Tao went down, and Fox hit the ground to pass the ball. Valanciunas, Ibaka, and Siakam rushed over at the same time, and Jean Tao immediately distributed the ball to Bogdan in the bottom corner. Bogdan received the ball in the bottom corner, no one defended, he aimed for a while before shooting 3 points. Bogdan shoots 40% from 3-point range, more than Siakam. Such opportunities are like training. Wonderful arcs, precise drill frames. Ugh. 6-0. This is Jean Tao's deterrent, he easily attracted the 3-person bag. Barkley said. The king only needs to ambush a bunch of shooters on the outside, and the Raptors will suffer. Smith said. Yes, this is very similar to the Knights' style of play. 1 star shines. When the king sends a small lineup, they are similar to the Knights. Barkley said. Jorge waved his lower fist on the sidelines, and that was the tactic he wanted. Jean Tao's deterrent power is enough to put the rest of the kings in the open position, and all the other players need to do is throw the empty ball. Good job. Jean Tao touched the back of Bogdan's head. Hey, you passed it well. Bogdan replied. As the number of games increases, the connection between Jean Tao and his teammates will also increase. Episode 50, The Offensive of the Raptors. The strength of the Raptors lies in their comprehensive depth, and almost every position has no particularly weak points, that is, each point can be used as a tactical offensive point. This time, DeRozan broke into the inside line with the help of blocking, and he saw Varane and Jean Tao fighting hand-to-hand, and he threw the ball again. It's just that DeRozan's destination for this throw is not the basket, but for Ibaka, who rushed in on the right to take off. Before the big injury, Ibaka was a typical talented man, his bouncing league top, although he came to the Raptors down a lot, but it was still very easy to complete such an empty catch. Ibaka saw that he was about to catch the ball and successfully dunked, but at the moment he was about to receive the ball, a palm appeared on the right side of the basketball, and he directly grabbed it with one hand. Ibaka's hand smashed on the basket, and the basket shook. You can imagine, if not for the basketball being truncated, this is a 5-ball level air relay. Zhang Tao judged DeRozan's intentions. He chose to give up the fight with Barron and immediately rushed to stop Ibaka's violent buckle. Terrifying bounce, terrifying talent. Barron failed to stop Zhang Tao's jump. Zhang Tao jumped a little later than Ibaka, but he easily intercepted the ball first, and he completed an extremely beautiful defense. Ibaka was still confused after he landed. This ball script shouldn't be like this. Shouldn't this ball be a violent dunk? What about balls? Hey, big man, if you can successfully detain me if you are a little faster, you are close. Zhang Tao bared his teeth and smiled at Ibaka. Ibaka did not pay attention to Zhang Tao's trash talk and immediately returned to defense. The Kings attacked, and Fox advanced quickly. Fox was on the right side and smashed the ball directly to Zhang Tao on the inside. Zhang Tao rushed up, and he immediately stepped forward for a layup after receiving the ball. Ibaka next to him instinctively reached out to pull Zhang Tao. Beep. The referee blew decisively. Zhang Tao lost his balance and barely shot, and the basketball jumped twice on the basket and did not get in. Zhang Tao felt a little regretful. You can't score like this anymore, I won't show mercy. Ibaka roared at Zhang Tao. Zhang Tao did not respond, but made a goodbye gesture towards Ibaka. Ibaka was still a little puzzled why Zhang Tao waved, and he heard Casey shout, Sergi, come down. Ibaka then remembered that he had committed 2 offenses, and was a little depressed. Ibaka, who played 1 minute and 11 seconds, was replaced by Boltel. Raptors fans know why Zhang Tao was able to take down the Raptors' 3 interior linemen in the last game. This power, leverage. Ibaka shook his head helplessly at Barron. Barron was a little speechless. Set to fight together, but you ended early, leaving me alone to face this beast. Ha ha ha, Ibaka went down again. It seems that he didn't learn from the experience of the last game, and the big guy now has a bad brain? Barkley taunted Ibaka. Zhang's power is too great, and his destructive power makes the Raptors inside a little unable to cope. Smith sympathized with the Raptors. Zhang Tao stood on the free throw line and hit all 2 free throws steadily. 8-0. The Kings' opening 3-board axe was very fierce, which caught the home Raptors off guard. On the field, Coach Casey did not pause after the substitution, but signaled to continue playing. This offense, the Raptors finally scored, and it was still DeRozan who stepped up. He blocked with Lowry, forming a misalignment. DeRozan dribbled the back to Fox, stepped on the 3-point line and turned over to hit a high mid-range shot. DeRozan's mid-range remained steady. 8-2. The first quarter continued the previous meeting between the two teams. Zhang Tao is still the inside line, and the Raptors are still blowing up the Kings' outside line. The outside shooting percentage is certainly inferior to the inside, and the Kings naturally took the lead. 37-28. After the first quarter, the Kings led by 9 points on the road. Zhang Tao shot 7 of 10, including 7 of 8 2-pointers, 0 of 2 3-pointers, and 7 of 8 free throws, totaling 21 points, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 3 assists. It is worth noting that in the middle of the first quarter, Valanciunas also received 2 fouls and left early. The camera captured Barron as if he was still saying something. Fans on the internet automatically made up the plot. Barron said, Serge, I'm here to accompany you too, you won't be lonely. Barron and Ibaka both scored 2 offenses in less than half a quarter and sat down on the court at the same time, which brought Kings fans on the net to a climax. Zhang Tao, you beast. Go bully Barron and Ibaka again. Barron, give me the ball, I'm going home. It's not fair. Game, this plot is a little familiar.